Today we're diving into the timeless debate, physical music versus streaming. From CDs and vinyls, record tapes, versus streaming giants like Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, and Amazon Music. We're taking a different approach on the channel today, exploring the advantages and drawbacks of each side. So before we start, pop your opinions on this issue and let's start. Let's dive into the world of physical media, embracing CDs, vinyl records, DVDs, and even VHS tapes. It's fascinating to observe how streaming giants like Netflix, Amazon, and Disney constantly shuffle their content, enticing me with a plethora of subscriptions that can quickly empty my wallet. The unsettling truth is that despite my payments, I never truly own the movies or TV shows. I merely rented them, susceptible to their abrupt disappearance. On the flip side, the allure of physical media lies in its permanence. When I invest in a CD or DVD, it's a one-time transaction, securing my own ownership of that content for eternity. Additionally, physical copies often come adorned with bonus features, elaborate booklets, and the satisfying weight of a tangible product in my hands. There's an undeniable thrill that in pursuit of the perfect album or film, scouring the depths of the internet for the best deal and finally holding it in my possession. While streaming offers unparalleled convenience, the tangible connection fostered by physical media is unmatched. It's more than just owning a product, it's more about cherishing the experience of acquiring it from the hunt to the final reveal. In a digital era where everything is fleeting, there's solace in knowing that some things remain steadfast and enduring. And let's not overlook the fact that CDs fucking undeniably offer superior sound quality compared to streaming services like Spotify. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not here to bash streaming services because truth to be told, I rely on them heavily to explore new music. However, I can discern the difference in audio quality between most albums. Take for instance, when I purchased the latest Borgniga album physical CD format, the sound quality is noticeably superior compared to streaming it on Apple Music, even though Apple Music touted it as lossless. Lossless supposedly means that the stream should be nearly as good as a CD. But even after enabling lossless mode on Apple Music and using the same headphones, the audio quality still couldn't match up to my portable CD player. What's more, if, hypothetically speaking, Borgniga ever becomes embroiled in controversy and Apple and Spotify decide to remove all their content, streaming service users will find themselves without access to their discography. Meanwhile, I have the peace of mind knowing that I own the album and I can enjoy it in high quality for as long as I fucking want, while others may have to resort to compressed versions on YouTube. Owning physical music is a one-time investment, offering an indefinite enjoyment without the burden of monthly subscription fees. Plus, there's unique pleasure in immersing myself in a physical album, flipping through the booklets and reading the lyrics and truly delving into the essence of the music. It's about allowing the album to consume me, absorbing its history, appreciating every fucking aspect from the artwork on the cover to the details on the back. Whether it's the tactile sensation of jewel case or the nostalgia of vinyl records and DVDs, physical media offers countless benefits that enhance the listening fucking experience. On the downside, physical media poses a significant space challenge, and I mean a substantial one. With close to 800 CDs in my collection and the count increasing monthly, I've reached a point where my house can no longer accommodate them all, leading me to rely on storage drawers for additional space. While I used to have a substantial collection of DVDs, unfortunately they were lost during a tumultuous time when I had to flee home, bulkiness of CDs, especially those housed in jewel cases and special editions, exacerbates the space issue. This is where the convenience of streaming truly shines. With streaming services, I can access thousands of artists and tens of thousands of songs instantly, all from the palm of my hand. Unlike physical media, which demands physical space for storage, streaming requires only digital storage space on my phone or other devices. While I appreciate the tangible charm of physical music, The practicality and space-saving benefits of streaming make it an appealing alternative in today's cluttered world. Streaming music has revolutionized my approach to music discovery and exploration. Without streaming services, I wouldn't be able to engage in weekly music discovery, review new albums, compile album rankings, or expand my knowledge of metal. In essence, streaming has opened a whole new world of possibilities for me on platforms like YouTube. For me, streaming music represents a game-changing advancement in the music industry. Having access to millions of songs at my fingertips is incredibly empowering. Apple Music boasts a database of over 100 fucking million songs, which is thrilling for most enthusiasts like myself. When I come across an album that I truly fucking adore, I make it a point to purchase it on CD so that I can cherish it forever. However, for albums that I merely find enjoyable, I opt to stream them instead of making a physical purchase. Moreover, the ability to download content directly onto my phone from most streaming services means that I can enjoy my favorite music even when I'm traveling without an internet connection. This level of accessibility truly enhances the streaming musical experience. I'm sure many of you wish Apple Music or Spotify had been around when you were growing up. If you weren't born in the 90s, you missed out on actually, had to visit CD stores and purchase albums. But now, you got the music at your fingertips. Nowadays, you can simply download music straight to your phone for a monthly fee. Although these streaming services are consistently raising their prices each year, one advantage of streaming music, compared to streaming movies and TV shows like Netflix, Stan, and Binge and so on, is that Apple and Spotify essentially offer the same music catalog. This means you can stick with one streaming service and enjoy all its features without feeling the need to switch. However, each platform does offer unique features. For instance, Spotify excels in discovering new music but may have slightly lower sound quality. On the other hand, Apple Music boasts lossless audio and spatial audio, but it may struggle with certain metal genres. Additionally, Spotify's personalized playlists are tailored to your tastes, even throwing in some surprises along the way, if you're deep into a particular genre, for example, like black metal. However, there are certain downsides to using Apple Music and Spotify. Countless times I found myself eager to listen to an album only to discover that it has vanished from the platform, from the face of the earth. It's frustrating to encounter this situation, and it often leaves me feeling like banging my head against a wall in frustration. Albums disappear and sometimes entire artists vanish, leaving me wondering why. This wouldn't happen if I had the physical album in my hands. While streaming services may lead us to believe that we own everything, the reality is that we own fucking nothing. There have even been complaints about Apple removing digital music that was previously purchased by the listener through iTunes, highlighting the precarious nature of owning digital media through downloads. The safest way to secure your music collection is through CDs and vinyl records. Although I'm not particularly fond of vinyl due to the expense and the fact that I don't own a record player, I do recognize the resurgence of the vinyl industry. I've come across articles suggesting that, physical media may once again surpass streaming music in popularity because people want to ensure that their purchases are secure. They don't want to wake up one day only to find that their favorite artist has been removed from the streaming platform. Let me tell you, if you truly enjoy an album, consider purchasing it on CD or vinyl. Try to shift your mindset to see streaming music as just a glimpse of what you can experience when you own physical media. With CDs or vinyls, you will enjoy superior sound quality and the ability to immerse yourself in the entire package. Flip through the booklet and marvel at the wonderful templates, layout, and photos that the artist has crafted, especially for their fans. It's a tactile and immersive experience that adds depth and richness to your appreciation of the music. Another aspect to consider is the level of connection you feel with the band when streaming music. In my experience, there's a sense of detachment. You can easily switch off the music and move on to another band with just one fucking swipe. However, with CDs and vinyl records, it's a different story. Once you commit to playing an album, you're invested in listening to it from start to finish. without any interruptions from notifications or suggestions for other bands. This immersive experience allows you to fully connect with the music, concentrating on every intricate note and detail as the band intended. Streaming services often provide lower revenue for bands as they require a significant number of streams to generate substantial income. That's why physical copies are preferable for bands. Streaming platforms like Bandcamp recognize this and offer options for listeners to purchase physical albums instead of solely relying on digital streams. This way, fans can directly support their favorite artists by buying CDs and vinyl records, providing them with more significant earnings. In fact, some artists have chosen to opt out of platforms like Apple Music and Spotify altogether because they feel they're only receiving minimal compensation. This trend highlights the ongoing debate surrounding fair compensation for musicians in the digital age. Another fantastic aspect of CDs is the ability to rip them to your computer and transfer the music to your phone. This allows you to have your entire CD collection available on your phone with superior sound quality since it's ripped directly from the CD. In all honesty, you don't really need streaming services because platforms like YouTube offer a fucking wealth of music discovery opportunities. The algorithm's smart. It often recommends albums that align with your taste, and metal YouTubers like me are invaluable resources for you to discover new fucking metal music on a weekly basis. Even if I were to cancel Apple Music right now, I believe I'd be fine. I could always turn to Bandcamp and YouTube and discover new releases. While I'm deeply embedded in the Apple ecosystem and wouldn't cancel Apple Music lightly, in a scenario where finances were pretty tight, I'd prioritize platforms like YouTube and Bandcamp. Their vast libraries and music discovery features make them reliable alternatives to traditional streaming services. In the end, both physical media and streaming music have their strengths and weaknesses. It's a bit of a tie, really. Personally, I find value in both CDs and streaming music. I couldn't imagine my music collection without either. When I truly appreciate a band, I make sure to support them by purchasing their albums. Each format offers its own unique advantages, and ultimately it's about finding the right balance between the two that works best for me. So let me know in the comments what you prefer. And if you keep coming back, or you just stumbled on this channel and you like what you see, consider hitting the subscribe button. And there's a few videos here and the latest discovery. It's been fun, and I'll see you in the next one.